by Durban, East London, Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
It is indeed the radio station you have always wanted, is it not? Yes, well, it's here, so get on with it. Rock on, dude.
Hey, if you just tuned in, warm welcome to you. Michael de Jager behind the microphone. Friday night it is. This is off the new album, The Core UK. And a cool tune is about what we're going to be doing tonight. So we're going to be rocking, and I'm going to talk you through a couple of the tracks off the new album, which will be available on the 28th of this month. Way. And if you just tuned in, a warm welcome to you. Obviously, it's Durban Rock Radio, the big rock show, with your host Michael de Jager behind the microphone, kicking off with a track off the latest album by The Core. This is a really good album, I need to tell you that. Featuring some of the greatest rock and roll guitar players on the planet. This one featuring my good self and my good friend Mr. Simon Lees on the guitar. On the drums, Mr. Harry James from the band called Thunder. On the bass, Mr. Al Barrows from a band, or formerly from a band called Magnum. So hopefully we're playing a bit more of that off that album shortly.
Always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
Right now, all the way from Finland, Helsinki to be exact, my good friend and a regular contributor to the show, Mr. Jari Yelamaki, and this is a contribution from him called Requiem for a Dream. How's it, guys? You're gonna get a huge email. Neil Sean. Oh my days. Okay, cool. All right, let me just share the link here for YouTube. So we're looking for video. No, not a video. TV. Guitarist TV. Of course, the music is not on Facebook Live. The music tonight is on Guitarist TV. So thanks very much to everybody at Guitarist TV. Yoo-hoo! We're on YouTube and streaming live on YouTube, and if you tune into YouTube, we'll just turn it down a bit. So it sounds like things are working nicely. I'm just going to copy the link and I'll paste it on Facebook, the Facebook chat right now. So we are listening to Jari Yelamaki doing his thing. Such an incredible musician, you know. I should just put that down there, shouldn't I? There you go. Put that thing out the way. And let's go for the live thing. Where's the live thing? There it is there. So of course I got to look down, so I do apologize. You know, if you just tuned in, how's it going? I can hear the music on Facebook. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it just hit a bit of a wobble, yeah. Okay, the music is here. Guitarist TV. So just paste it again. Ooh, this is a cool tune. And on YouTube, this is where we are. So, there we go. So there we are. We have all the links. How's Neil? The legendary keyboard player on that very same album. So it's finally coming together. It's taken so many years to get to this point. And so I've just basically paid my dues. Good evening, Timo. How are you, mate? Keeping well? Excellent. So, instead of running up and down the stairs, I decided to just bring the bottle. Then I just top it up myself whenever I get sort of start running out, you know what I mean? There we go. And this microphone is so sensitive that it picks up everything, Anyway. Hey, so if you just tuned in, warm welcome to you. Tonight, we are just featuring a few snippets from the new album by The Core. And the new album, The Core, will be out at the end of August. And this is a track featuring my dear friend, Mr. Andrew Young, on the saxophone. So cheers, everybody. Whoa, here's to The Core. So this is the first record, and hopefully there'll be many more. No booze, no smokes. Oh no, that's terrible, Gav. I heard all about it. Alright, I'm going to talk you through this album, and so we're playing one track at a time. We're just going to play a little bit of each track because you need to know what's going on this track. So, Baker Street, cool song. Evening, Mark. How you, bud? Hope you're well. Welcome to the show. Welcome. Sorry about the music. The music is on YouTube as usual. So this record, this particular track was actually recorded. Let me just stop this for a second. This particular track was recorded in Durban during a live show when I was touring with Andrew Young. And can you just hang on a second, please, mate? Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So this is the thing about live radio. I'm just going to cancel that for a second and just change this to manual. There we go. So it has like an automated desk, an automated queuing system. So if you stop the song and 5 seconds later, it'll kick it off again. It's quite annoying, but it's good in some sense. But so back to Baker Street. Baker Street off the album The Core. It was recorded in Durban. At a certain casino on Durban's wonderful beachfront, the Golden Mile, in Durban, and came back to England and had a listen to the tracks that we'd recorded. The drums sounded dreadful, so did the guitar, and the only thing that was really salvageable was the saxophone. Thank goodness for that. So my good friend Andrew Young and I, we paid an engineer to come to Durban and to record us playing. So we sort of split the costs, and as it turned out, this is one of the better tracks. So I redid the vocals, and we got Harry James in from Thunder, and he was playing with Magnum at the time, and the bass player Al Barrows to do the bass. But we kept Andrew's sax. And it worked out very nicely, and I'm really chuffed with it because I think it's really a great track and a real tribute to one of the greatest composers of our time. Okay, now, so we're going to move on to the next track right now, but I've got to pay the rent apparently with a little bit of this. Okay, so the third track I'm going to play for you off this album is called The Electro Groove Thing. And all during the process of recording, we call it EGT. It's a very cool song, and it has evolved from nothing to what it is now. Featuring on the guitar, Mr. Simon Lees. On the drums, Mr. Harry James. On the keyboards, all the way from Manchester, Mr. Neil Halliday. On the bass guitar, Mr. Al Burrows. And some additional keyboard programming done by our genius at M2 Studios in Wolverhampton, the wonderful Sheena Sia. And this one produced by Mr. Mark V. Stewart. Some incredible guitar playing there by the legend himself, Mr. Simon Lees.
Your pipeline, the most dangerous wave in the world. You're locked into the tube, the corals below, and the white water's chasing you. You're close to the things men rate great.
Now, stand by Durban, East London, Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
Hello,
He
good
rocks
evening.
my world.
Hello, on
Now,
Twitter.
stand by Durban, East London, Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
Have you just tuned in? A warm welcome to you. Michael de Jager behind the microphone tonight, kicking off the show by just showcasing the new album, which will be out at the end of August by The Core. This one, Here Comes the Sun.
Here comes the sun. Here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
So this particular track was recorded when my good friend Patrick Broderick came to England from America.
Well, darling, it's been a long, cold, lonely winter.
And it was a long, cold, lonely winter, but Patrick came and joined us in the studio, and it was amazing. It was amazing. It was quite an experience, of course, for the two of us, who actually started out in Durban many, many years ago as young musicians, playing in bands and playing in, doing things from a very young age. So we were playing in a band called Peanuts back in the day in Durban in 1960 something. 69, I think 69 when I got my first guitar. I got my real six string really. But Patrick learned to play guitar as well, and he was a great rhythm guitar player, and still is today. He's a great guitar player, lives in the United States of America, and I was very honored to have Patrick come and join me in the studio at M2 Studios in Wolverhampton, where we laid down the track. I said to him, come on, let's just go and record a song, just you and I together. Something that I thought was really cool, and it was Here Comes the Sun, because this particular song has some special meaning for us. It was a band in South Africa called Hawk, and one of the very first songs, live concerts I ever went to, featured this band called Hawk, who headlined at the Durban City Hall. And I was very young, of course, maybe 11 or 12, and my mom and dad were with me, and they were horrified when we walked into the Durban City Hall, and there were no chairs. And everybody was sitting on the floor. And my dad said, well, where's the chairs? And I walked in, of course, and it's just like, it was the battle of the bands, actually, and the headline band was Hawk. And, of course, Hawk... one of their big hits in South Africa was Here Comes the Sun. And of course, after a winter, what nicer feeling is there to have in this world when the sun arrives from out of nowhere? Isn't it just the most beautiful thing? But so that was the fourth track I've played off the new album. And I'm going to play some more for you right after this little message here. And so don't go away. I'll be back in a sec. Secundo. Okay, so this track comes all the way from my good friend Dennis Stratton. And if you know the story about what's been going on in the world right now, we've been locked down, and this coronavirus has really made a mess of 2020. So Dennis and I have been good friends for many years. So we decided to put this track on the album. It's a song written by David Bowie and Brian Eno. And it goes out to all the people on the NHS who just laid their lives on the line for us. Yes, because you know what it is? It's those guys that saved our asses, man. So, one of the best tracks on this album, in my humble opinion, featuring the great guitarist, Mr. Stephen Mann. And Steve actually plays for Michael Schenker's band. But Dennis and Stephen are together in a band called Lionheart. So what a great album, what a great album, what a great privilege to have these two amazing musicians on the core album. And I'm very, very proud to have those guys playing that amazing song, and in respect, you know, and dedicating this song specifically to everybody in the NHS and everybody in the front line who's put their lives on the line for us over this dreadful time. So God bless those guys, and I hope that we can raise some funds for the NHS via the album.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
You know, what album wouldn't be complete without one of these great, beautiful jazz fusion songs? And a song I've always wanted to sing by Gino Vanelli. Such a beautiful song, and sung so beautifully with my good friend Nina Clark. Hello mate, hello Fool. Lovely to have you on the show, my man. Good stuff. Yeah, so the new album by The Core, featuring Nina Clark and myself in a duet that is just so beautiful. I'm just so chuffed that this came out so beautifully. And such amazing song, such beautiful chords, such a beautiful arrangement. I couldn't help myself. It had to be done. And with such great musicians on the album too, you know, Harry James from Thunder, and of course, you know, Al Barras, you know, I'm doing the guitar parts, and I've got Neil Halliday playing keyboards, and the beautiful Nina Clark singing absolutely wonderfully on this particular album. And Nina is a kind of lady that really works as a backing singer for the Tarantinos. You know, she's and part of that whole vibe, and she's been doing a lot of acts with ABBA tributes and stuff like that. So it was nice to get Nina out of that environment and get her to do something completely different. And one of the songs that I got Nina to sing, and not be a backing vocalist, but to be at the front of the stage. And hopefully one day when we do the show, she will just kill it. And I promise you, it will be an amazing show.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
So one of the most beautiful songs ever written by Mr. Gary Moore. a song called Still Got the Blues, which we used to play in South Africa many, many times. But this time sung by the amazing, the gorgeous, the lovely Nina Clark. Seems strange to have this song sung by a lady singer, but when you hear her sing it, you will understand why I really wanted her to sing this track. Absolutely beautiful. Listen to this, listen to this. I'm only playing you a little section of it, but The Core, the new album out at the end of August.
It used to be so easy to give my heart away, but I found out the hard way. There's a price you have to pay.
So there you go, Nina Clark singing Still Got the Blues on the new album, The Core UK, coming out into your shops probably around the end of this month, actually. You know, this is a very deceiving song. It's a really difficult song to sing, and it sounds like a piece of cake, and Nina makes it sound like a piece of cake, but honestly, it's very hard to sing. Hey Buzzy, how you mate? You well? Fantastic. So there you have it. Still Got the Blues, and that's I don't know what number track that is, but it's about 7 or 8. There's 12 tracks on the album. Really worthwhile. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking the liberty of featuring my very own record called The Core UK, featuring some of the greatest rock and roll legends in Britain who have joined me to make a truly wonderful and inspiring record, and I'm very, very proud to announce that it's almost there, and it'll be there end of the month.
Rock radio station you've always wanted.
Happy Friday
With your host, Michael de Jager.
Happy Friday, brother. Yeah. Let's do some rock and roll, man. So there's not much of an opportunity of us to go and do a live show where you see the founder of Judas Priest, Mr. L. Atkins, doing the vocals. Well, he is. But not only that, he's joined by Iron Maiden guitar player Mr. Dennis Stratton on this track. And I must tell you, this track has got unbelievable amount of great musicians on it, and I'll tell you who they are. Okay, so the song, of course, Route 66, unforgettable song, absolute legendary song, and sung so amazingly well by the metal god himself, Mr. L. Atkins, founder of Judas Priest back in 1969. And on the album, playing the guitar solos there, Mr. Dennis Stratton, who played with a band called Iron Maiden, 69 to 70, I think. And, of course, he was on the debut Iron Maiden album, which was a massive hit. I mean, their first song, Running Free, came into the charts at like number 4, just straight in, bang. There, that record just took off, and that was Iron Maiden hit the road, and they were just, you know. And I met Dennis when I was on tour with Al Atkins, and we were doing Judas Priest in New York, and we did some shows in Florida as well. And so Dennis and I have been friends for many, many years. And so this is the really, I'm very honored and humbled and privileged to have Dennis and Al performing together for the first time ever on a record, on this particular album, singing Route 66. And on the saxophone, of course, Mr. Andrew Young. On the drums, Harry James from Thunder. On the bass, Al Barrows from Magnum. I'm doing the guitar parts as well. So There's 3 great guitar players on the record, a great saxophone player, an amazing vocalist, and it's just such an honor and a privilege to be able to, just be part of this whole thing, and to be finally coming to a stage where I'll be able to share to share this record with you at the end of the month. As soon as we were just waiting for one more track, and once that last guitar player gets on and does the thing, we'll be ready to go. Right. One of the other artists that joined me on this record, I'll play you this track right now. You're going to listen to this. This is beautiful.
It's the darkest hour of the darkest night.
It's a million miles indeed. It is, of course, Rebecca Downs. And I'd like to introduce you to the amazing guitar work of my dear friend Harry Ainsworth. Could you believe it? Harry and I formed a little jam band here in Winchester, and so what we did is every Friday night we'd go and play and entertain people for nothing, of course, and just because we were just so desperate to get out there and play and make some stuff, and we never rehearsed. We got a drummer, his name's Jack and Harry and myself get out there and jam. I played bass, he played guitar, and we did that for about 6 months until Mr. COVID came along and screwed it all up. So we haven't worked together for a long time, but we were able to go and record this together in M2 Studios in Wolverhampton. And this is a beautiful song by Gary Moore, and written by Gary Moore, of course, Midnight Blues. But I couldn't think of another person who would be able to do this song better justice as a vocalist than Rebecca Downs. Absolutely nothing. She was the Blues Vocalist of the Year in the UK for 2018. She's got a voice that you will just die for. She's got her own records out, of course, but I was humbled. I am so privileged to have Rebecca on this particular record with Harry James doing the drums. I'm playing bass and rhythm guitar on this track, and Harry Ainsworth has taken the lead guitar role, and he has done an amazing job. And honestly, I'm just blown away and that this record has turned out to be such an amazing album, and I can't wait to share it with you at the end of the month. It's just ballistic. The call.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
Okay, we just tuned in. It is, of course, Durban Rock Radio, the Big Rock Show, brought to you on Guitarist TV, live on YouTube, right there. And tonight we celebrate the music, the new album by The Core. Okay, has email landed in Wolverhampton? This is the most beautiful song that George Harrison ever wrote. So there you go, 5 minutes and 18 seconds of just glorious guitar. And on this particular track, I have the unbelievable privilege of bringing you one of the greatest guitarists in the West Midlands. And this guy has got so much soul, he's got so much that he gives, energy that he puts into his guitar playing. His name is, of course, the wonderful Dante Fox guitarist, Mr. Tim Manford. And he has just, he's just let it all go there, man. And he's played such a beautiful guitar on this particular track. And I can't wait for you to hear it. Play the whole track. But it's 5 minutes, 18 seconds, and it has me in tears every single time. It's just such a beautiful record. And I can't wait for you to listen to it. You know what I mean? It's just absolutely phenomenal. Now I'm gonna see if I can get one more track. There's one more track which is missing off our little show here this morning or this afternoon, this evening, wherever you are in this great big wonderful world. And that is Parisian Walkways. And Parisian Walkways is going to be a special song because it features not only some of the greatest guitarists on the planet, but it also features the guitarist that was in the band with the late, great Phil Lynott. His name, Mr. Lawrence Archer. And soon as we have that available, I promise you I will play it for you. But hopefully you'll be ready to go when the album is released. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, all the tracks of the New Core UK album. I've just given you little bits and pieces of it. It's not really, I'm not really allowed to release it yet, but when it is, I will make sure that we get the whole shebang up and running for you. Right now, let's just switch off and go back to the Guitarist TV Big Rock Show.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
Aha. Yes. Oh.
And we say hello to Mike de Jager. Hello, Mike. How are you? Wow, it's great to be able to say hello to you. I remember we played at Splashy Fin in 1999. We played to 7,000 people. You're a great guitarist. Happy to see you doing so well.
Very nice guy.
In Las Vegas. No, I'm kidding. In England, of course. Happy to see you doing so well and keep up the good work.
Okay, so if you just joined us, warm welcome to you. The Big Rock Show it is. This is the Ball and Chain. And that amazing guy that we all know and love as Mr. Duncan Fora. Mr. Duncan Fora, of course. Woohoo! I've got a big email here. Jeez, it's just Neil Shun from the top to the bottom. So there you go. Alright, here we go. I'll start downloading these. So who's here tonight? Bishop, hello Bishop. Candace, hello Candace. Dwayne Rockwell, how are you mate? Dwayne, I'm sure I know your dad, Mr. Gene Rockwell. I worked with him many years ago. Absolute legend, mate. Absolute legend. Right. Ooh. Okay, as soon as I start downloading songs, then it starts causing a stirring here on my system. Yes, if you just tuned in, warm welcome to you. So, what we decided to do tonight is instead of running up and down stairs for a little bit of jacks, cheers guys. Someone brought the bottle. Yeah, I know, it's not fair. I know in South Africa, there's problems in South Africa. Guys aren't allowed to buy a drink and stuff like that. That's really crap, you know. Right. So what are we doing? We are downloading songs from Mr. Glenn Adams. Woo. And he sent me lots. Just a reminder, if you want to send me some songs, then you need to send them to Mike at
She's a ball and chain. She's a ball and chain.
okay, yeah. So the email address, Mike at gtvmusic.com. There you go. How's it, Tunix, eh? How's it, Justin? Like it, bro. What did you like? You name it, I'll play it, bro. No problem. What's the date today? 17th of the 7th, 20. Okay, I gotta quickly switch. Yeah, shot, bro.
The most dangerous wave in the world. You're locked into the tube, the corals below, and the white waters chasing you. You're close to the things men rate great.
Now, stand by Durban, East London, Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted.
Yo,
is
just Mark.
here.
With your host, Michael de
I'll play a cool
Jager.
He
tune.
rocks my world.
Okay, this one especially for my good friend Justin Mayer, hanging out in South Africa, or maybe England, I don't know. This is Rebecca Downs, and a cool tune called Hurts. I think you'll enjoy this one, Justin. This lady is from Wolverhampton, but what a voice, man, what a voice. Ask Mr. Mark Adams, he'll tell you. She's incredible. She's absolutely amazing. I love it to bits. Steven Jansen van Rensburg. Hallo Steven. Goeienaand meneer, hoe gaan het? Mag niet, klaag niet, ne? Okay, so we're down. Well, the funny thing is, I know the person that owns the Neil Schon catalog. Oops. Justin. We love Uncle Mark. Hey, shot my bro. That's so happy, true. I can't tell you. We had some good times back in the day, bro. She is awesome. See, Glenn agrees with me, Justin. She is amazing. Wait until the core gets up there and plays, bro. The core is going to come to South Africa, and I'm looking forward to that day where I can bring the band, the whole band, not just me, the whole band. Harry, what a good bass player, and Simon Lees, the whole crew, Andrew Young. And Rebecca as well, Nina Clark. Wouldn't that be amazing? I'll tell you what, it would be such a cool show. Dennis Stratton. Yeah, man. Bring the whole band. It's such amazing musicians on this record. Justin. Oh, there we go. A better cook. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, that is so beautiful. Eesh. Okay, so I don't know if you've heard of I'll tell you what, Justin, it'll be such an amazing show, my man. So let's just try a little bit of this. So I have a little bit of cake, which my wife has just made. Oh. So it's one service with a smile. I'm so blessed, my bro. I'm telling you now. This is such an amazing album. And, there's a few songs that I listened to the whole album because, of course, Rebecca sent me the whole album. And I listened to all the tracks, but there's like some tracks that just bite you, you know what I mean? They just come out and they go, and it's just a lazy way of thinking, and with such ease. And such amazing energy. Yeah, you got it, man. You got it. I think I'm just downloading tracks about. Whew. How many songs did this do? Wow! I didn't realize that Mr. Sean wrote so many songs, bro. Text. Thanks, man. No, honestly, when people say that, now I'm just blown away by Rebecca. If you just tuned into the radio, right, and you're listening, 2 weeks after the show to Speaker or TuneIn or Deezer, whatever it is that you're listening to the show on right now, make sure you get out there, you go and buy a record or download the songs off iTunes or Amazon or whatever, or Spotify or whatever it is, and play Rebecca Downs or search for Rebecca Downs on Spotify. Wow, it just blow you away. It's just amazing. She's got such an incredible voice and a really nice production too. And it just so happens that that album was actually produced in Wolverhampton, the same studio where I've recorded my album. And my album took a little bit longer than normal. Mine took about 5 years, but you do bits and pieces because it's not cheap to record a record, and you got to get musicians together, and everybody's got to be on. Everybody's got to sort of climb in and do their bit. And so over the years, I've recorded with Al Atkins and Dennis Stratton and Dante Fox and the V-Rats, and you never get paid for doing any of this kind of stuff. You just do it because they're your mates, and you just get in there and you just get it done. You know how expensive it is to record in a recording studio. And in a lot of cases, a lot of these wonderful musicians on this record have just returned the favor. So honestly, I can't be more blessed than I am right now to say thank you very much to all of those musicians that have performed on the on this album, on the core UK album, the new one. Thank you, guys. God bless you, man. Jeez, I tell you what. One of the greatest drummers in the UK, Harry James, from a band called Thunder. I'll tell you a story about Thunder. I'm going to play you a couple of tracks from them because Harry's been playing with Thunder 30 years now. And they were on, some of the most iconic festivals in England, back in the day. And I'm just thinking to myself, there I was in 1994, right? We were playing in a pub called Cave Rock Cafe. This is a restaurant that we rented the shop, and what did we do? We built the thing. I did all the design work, the paperwork, and all the architecture stuff, and the licensing, and we got our business up and running, and we did that for about 2 or 3 years. Everybody chopped. My partner CJ, his whole family got stuck in and built the bar, and my family got stuck in and we built the bar top, and everybody was clubbed in, and we made this amazing pub. And it wasn't really, for any one of us. It was for the community, really. It was just something that we wanted to do. Just get out there and do something that you've always dreamed of doing, and so we did it, and this record is exactly the same. Okay, it's a record, it's not a pub, but all the same, we were playing in this pub, and one of my friends, a barmaid actually, or waitress, came along, and she said, "Do you mind if I play my CDs in the background music?" I said, "Of course not." And she said, "Yeah, of course, that'd be so cool." And she started playing this album, and I thought, and I came in, with my guitar to play that night, and I said, "What's this music? Who's playing it?" And it's a band called Thunder. I've never heard of Thunder. And as Choose Bob, I said, "Can you show me the record?" And I fell in love with Thunder from that day, from that very day. Justin, our junior bro. Thunder became the band. When I came in, put Thunder. And we never played any of their songs because, very difficult songs to sing that level. But Danny Bowes has got an incredible voice, and to sing it. And I'll show you one of the favorite songs that I always loved listening to in Cave Rock. This is Thunder, and off the album Their Finest Hour. This is a song that I love. I truly love this. It's called A Better Man. Cave Rock, the best, bro. What a day, what a times we had in that place, eh? Phew. Many memories there, man. And this song brings back so many memories, man.
I was taking on the world with a see-through smile.
See-through smile.
But dying on the inside all the while. I was dying on the inside all the while. Like a martyr that don't want sympathy. I locked away my feelings, threw away the key. It was gonna take a miracle to pierce my pride. And you were the tower of strength that tried. When your loving washed right over me like the tide. And now I believe in love.
What a great song, man. What a great song. Goosebumps. Hey, Justin.
Cause when I look at myself in the mirror, I see a better man. A better man. Yes, it's hard finding words that can say how I feel about you. I don't care if it sounds like another old cliche, but I can't stand the thought of living my life without you for even a day.
Hey. So we are nibbling on some very nice chocolate cake here, made by the Village Bakery. Aish. Beautiful. So, thank you to my darling wife, the most amazing cook.
And now I believe in love. Yes, I believe in love. You're the reason why. 'Cause when I look at myself in the mirror, oh baby, when I look at myself in the mirror, when I'm looking at myself in the mirror, I see a better man.
Hey, and if you just tuned in, warm welcome to you, Durban Rock Radio it is. Just tuned in, we're playing a bit of thunder right now, just reminiscing on some cool vibes. Fast be damned. I agree with you, it's the weekend. So, on the drums, ladies and gentlemen, here's none other than Harry James. Can you believe this guy's playing on my record? Oh yeah! So we drink to that. You need some red wine. Ooh, no. Mix red wine and Uncle Jack's whiskey. I'll be dancing on the tables here, bro. Right. So we just tuned in and you're looking at me. Yes. This is Thunder, of course, their finest hour. I mean, I bought this drum kit because I wanted to play like this. I just, you know what? You've got to have like, got to be able to live to 200, bro. You've got to have two lives. One to decide what you're going to do, and then another life to do actually what you want to do. Yeah. So when I was 21, I did what I wanted to do. And that was to surf all day, play in a band at night, and practice guitar during the day. And that's what I did for about 6 months. But I had no money, nothing. I had a beat up old combi, bro. But I had a board and a guitar, you know what I mean? That was it. And I slept on the floor. So the things you do for love, right? Clive Lawrence said he'd give you lessons like I'll play drums for you one day when we do the unrehearsed again. Just talk Clyde into letting me play kick. You'll have a good laugh. No, if we come to South Africa for unrehearsed, Harry James on the drums, bro. Yes. Oh, and Andy Harper on the bass, or Dion Krishnan, one of those guys. Andrew Young on the saxophone, myself, Dennis Stratton, Simon Lees on the guitars, Andrew Young on the sax, and Neil Halliday on the keyboards, or a guy called Rick who's with Magnum at the moment. That would be awesome. The singers would be Rebecca Downs and Anina Clark. Without a doubt. So there we go. The amazing. Alright, we're going to play a bit of Neil Schon, because we got one or two Neil Schon tracks in there. Meantime, we're going to have some chocolate cookie here. And I'd love to share it with you. Rock some cook, bro. What juice here, man. All right. Behave yourself, Michael. Behave yourself. If I was on the BBC, I would have been fired a long time ago.
Stand by Durban,
Oh, yes.
East London, Maritzburg.
Are you ready for
the
this?
Wild Coast and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He's one of the greatest guitar players on the planet. He is, of course, the guitarist from Journey, lead songwriter, and amazing talented musician all round. His name, of course, Mr. Neil Schon. This is his prayer for peace. This is beautiful, man. This is beautiful. This is a good song. It just lifts you up, doesn't it? Absolutely. I better share this YouTube thing. Superb. Supper is served, bro. Good to see you. Catch up with you soon. Lekker, bro. Enjoy your dinner. Have a nice weekend, Justin. Thanks for pulling in, bro. Made my night, brother. Cheers. Awesome. Right, let's do a bit of social networking here. I've got to share this link, so excuse me if I'm looking down. Thanks, Len. The amazing guitar playing of Mr. Neil Schon.
Durban, East London, Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
You're listening to Durban Rock Radio. The rock radio station you have always wanted has arrived.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
One of the greatest guitar players that I have had the pleasure of meeting on this particular channel, Mr. Timo X. And this is his beautiful song called Four Winds. If you just tuned in, warm welcome to you. It's the Big Rock Show. this is an amazing song. This is one of the greatest songs of all time. Of course, Timo's got to be on the tour as well. For flipping sure, that's for sure. And let's just see camera roll. Yes, for sure. Right, we've still got a little piece of cake here. So sorry about that. So everybody on YouTube, there's a bakery in Winchester called the Village Bakery, and I promise you, they're closed at the moment, but I believe they're going to be opening. But I live with one of the chefs. Oh, baker. Sorry. I love Timo's music, Glenn. He's just played so effortlessly on this guitar. Listen to the harmonies. Absolutely wonderful. I tell you what, there's this game on flipping Facebook, and they keep attacking, you know. I don't know what it's called, some sort of gangster game. Anyway, let's have some cook. Okay, let me just unplug this thing, because this iPad gets me into so much trouble, because there's normally a wire connected from here to there, and it goes past my whiskey glass. So what happens is they put it like a whiskey glass goes ka-ching all over the floor, and then I'm in serious trouble for the next week, you know. So let me try a couple of these. There's another great guitar player I'm going to play for you right now. His name is Jan Sykra. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. But he's also a legend, man. How good is this guy? Oh, it looks like we've got a small technical hitch here. For being late. Linda Trolip, how are you? Lovely to have you on the show. Better late than never. Tracy Winkers. The girls are yay! So we've been a very, very naughty here tonight, I'm afraid. I ate all of my chocolate cake. I couldn't share it with anybody. Got a little cold drink left. Right, that's the end of that song. That one always catches me. Timo Tex.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
One of the great guitar players from England, his name, Jan Sykra. 2 wheels are better than 4. I forgot to shave this morning, you know. Whoa. And this one goes out to all my friends in South Africa. Yeah. So cruel, so cruel. Sorry, I'm just joking, you know, I'm just joking. Sorry. You're gonna kick my ass in there, right? Alright, so what are we playing? Let's play some cool vibes here. Thanks, Mike. We're supporting Wayne Culliswain from Center Stage. His live stream just finished. Chocolate, shame. You're supposed to share. I did offer. I said, hey, does anybody want to have some? Come around to my place, man. Well then, we'll have a couple of whiskeys, have some chocolate cake. Listen to some good vibes. It's a bit far, though, for you. Oh, yeah. Cheers, Mark. You didn't check. I got vodka and orange juice. Ooh. I used to drink vodka. Tima, I used to drink a lot of vodka as a youngster. Vodka, lime, and lemonade. Woo. But one day, I drank a half jack. In South Africa, we have a half a liter bottle of vodka, and they call it a half jack. I drank the whole thing myself. I was 16. Eesh. I was so pissed. Honestly, I didn't know what day of the week it was. But I also got very sick. And I promise you, Timo, from that day, I've never touched a vodka again. Maybe one day. How's this guy, man? This guy's insane, isn't he? Excuse me. Full of mischief tonight, Mike. Good spirits. Yeah! Drank glass and Paul Pelé. That's the youngster. Paul Pelé. Jeez, I remember Paul Pelé. Do you remember that? Mr. Jan Sykra, he's just a monster guitar man.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
One of the best guitar players from our time, Mr. Neil Sean. And a beautiful song called Father. Hangover for days. Hey Glenn, I can remember, bro. I was lying on the grass in front of the Montclair Hall Jeez, I didn't know what time of the day it was. I also had a hangover for days. I just remember lying there, think I'm going to die here. I'm going to die. Oof, yes. Yeah. But then again, I must say, at Cave Rock, when we first started Cave Rock, I'd have one or two shots during the night while you're playing, customer buys a dub or whatever. You can't say no. Somebody buys you a tequila or a schnapsy or a B52. It's expensive, you can't say no. People have spent their money, you need to have a cheers with them. So by the end of the week, quite a lot of alcohol. Montclair Hall. You remember those days then? So we used to, as time went on, 2 years after Cave Rock had started, I think we were finishing a bottle of schnapps a night. On my birthday, I'd sort of drink 7, 8 B52s, one after another. Ting, 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 ting. I'd find CJ sleeping in the toilet. I don't know how I'd drive home, but I used to drive home after that, Insane, man. South Africa. Hey. What a beautiful country. Listen to this man play this guitar. Such a beautiful, beautiful guitar. Mr. Lionel Neilson. I bet you some stories. There's some stories that you never hear about, right? Things that went on at Cave Rock and we had no idea. You never say no at Cave Rock. By the end of the night, all fall down party. Oh my God, I dream of sometimes Sean and his brother. How many times we had to fetch him out the toilet? Yes. Yeah, he'd go to the loo, and you wouldn't see him again. End of the night. You see, yes. We'd have to go and pull him out the toilet. We'd call Mr. Adams, Steve Adams. Okay, if you just tuned in, Durban Rock Radio, it is Michael de Jager behind the microphone. We're having such a lovely evening tonight. It's so beautiful, you know what I mean? Got good friends on Facebook and good vibes. Some beautiful tunes by Neil Sean. I hope you're having a wonderful evening too, and I hope you have had a good week. And looking forward to a fantastic weekend, yes.
Now, stand by Durban, East London,
Gary, how are you,
Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
Great
the
times.
Sexy Rock
The
Radio
best.
station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
There's a guitar player who sent me an email a little while ago. His name is Chris Dyer, an American guy, and I really want to just play some of his songs because he's a really cool dude, and I like him, and I like his vibe too. It's cool. And you know when you feel something mellow, Chris's guitar playing will do that business for you. So here we go, Chris Dyer, a song called Broken in 3. I see Steve Adams just pop up every now and again on Facebook, you know. Not himself, but somebody else posting. You know, Steve's not the computer kind of guy. He's a handyman. I mean, he built walls, he built chairs, he built shelves, he fixed the toilet, he fixed the extractor fans, he fixed anything, that man. Amazing guy. You're not related, Glenn, to Mark Adams and Steve Adams and all those guys? Ah, Mandela Day tomorrow. Yes. Wow. Okay, so won't keep you up too late, Linda. You can chill out with us for a little while, but don't go to bed too late. What's it now? 25 to 11 your side. I'm here till 10 o'clock, so you know that's another like 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Yeah. Got some nice songs that we just played with from Glenn today. You know, some real cool tunes. I give you my dreams. It's so different, isn't it? It's very different. I'm gonna play you some blues after this. It's like very experimental. But then I think it's time for, you know, something I haven't heard. Ah, thank you, Linda. Lovely to have you here. Lovely to have you here, man. So, Timo. Well, some stories of vodka. About 20 years ago in Napland, I found myself a hotel dressing room in the morning. And then the French tourists came in. Oh, my days. Oh, it happens, eh? These things happen. One too many vodkas, my bro. Boof. The worst was when we got there at the gig, right? Set up the guitar, tune everything, and as you get off the stage, you haven't even played your first set yet. Have a tequila, bro. Whoa! You know, that tequila just... One tequila, two tequila, three tequila, floor. What good fun we have back in those days. So, there we go. So thank you very much, Chris, for some nice, cool tunes. So the blues are alive.
Whenever I want to, and I'll sing the blues, and I will sing it for you. Yes, I'll pour my heart out all across the stage, and without a second thought, listen to what I say. Now if I told you once, well, I've told you twice.
This is the Bishop.
Yeah. Next time, I won't be so nice.
Awful.
Before you walk
Do you remember Ladies Nights? Probably not. Cave Rock. Aisha Mazit. I tell you what. Me and CJ get up here on the stage. Now we're going to play the music in between the songs. So, I like this. I like this.
the
So my sister's just joined. How's it, sis? So here we are, Cave Rock Cafe, and it is 1995. Ladies' Night. I like a song from this moment on. Okay, let's do that. Hello, Sharon. I'd like to welcome my sister. Hope you're keeping well. Are you nice and warm? I believe it's quite chilly in South Africa. So this guy we call the Bishop, he's singing the blues. And if you want the music, you'll find it on YouTube. So that reminds me, I need to put some here. I'm just going to call the Bishop. Oh, I love this guy's voice, man. Remember little Debbie married Roy Collins, then in New Zealand, had cancer and died. What? I'll sing the blues. Guess I'll sing it for you. I will pour my heart all across this. Oh my God. Jeez. It's just, I tell you, I don't know how we did it. I don't know how we're still alive, to be honest. Because all we did was we drank schnapps, tequila, anything, B-52s. We smoked. I smoked Camel cigarettes here those days, 20, 40 a day. During the day we ate hamburgers and chips. Lived off coffee. We did that for 2 years. And we worked 18 hours a day. Started at 9 in the morning, open, actually earlier than 8:30, 8 o'clock. Open the shop, clean up, blah blah blah, and go home at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Mad, absolutely mad. But it was brilliant. I would do it all over again. Dance and danced, yeah, we did too. Cocorico. I think I'm getting a message from Glenn. Hey, if you just tuned in, warm welcome to you. Michael de Jager behind the microphone tonight. Alright, it's time for something different. This is Lee Rittenauer and Steve Lukather and Andy McKee. Heather, how's it, Heather? From Dallas. Woohoo! Gee whiskers, this is amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a young lady that I grew up with in Montclair, Heather. Sharon's here too. Looking good, my friend. Hey, you're looking, well, I can't see you, but from your photo, you look amazing too. Fantastic. It's good, man. All good. Having a little bit of juice here, orange juice. Uncle Jack's orange juice. Isn't it amazing that Sharon is online at the same time as you? You are old. No, you're not old. You're a young sticky man. We're all young. We're all still 16. You know, Heather, we were talking about a certain night at the Ramblers or the Montclair Hall. And ladies and gentlemen, that night I got so paralytically drunk on flipping vodka. Guess who I was with? Who was my partner at that party? It was none other than this lady that's on the Facebook right now, Heather Roden. Heather and I went on a date together to go and I don't know what it was, a football do or a scout do or something. But I had a half jack of vodka that I'd sneaked in. And Rosalind is here too. Rosalind, hello. Heather, do you remember that night? Hello, hello, gorgeous Rosalind. How are you? So lovely to have you on the show. I'm a bad boy. Yes, I am. I'm very bad tonight. So yes, we went on a date together and with Heather, and I apologize, Heather. I was about 15 or 16, I can't remember. You need to get back to visit you guys. Yes! We were so young. Yes, you remember. Oh, I'm so glad. Wonderful times. Some truly remarkable memories. I'll treasure them forever. Absolutely. How you put up with my shit, I'll never know, Heather. But you did. Thank you. You're still my friend. Yay! Oh, my days. And Corin is here. Show us how empty your bottle is, man. I love you anyway. I'm so glad. I love you too. So my bottle has still got, you know, my bottle's still got a lot in it. So Corin's been looking after me here. She's been giving me, she made this amazing chocolate cake. The most beautiful chocolate cake. And of course, she is the village baker, you know. And we're listening to some wonderful songs by... Yes, what happened there? I remember that. You disappeared, you went to hospital and... Okay. Alright, I just need to talk on the radio quickly. So, if you just tuned in, warm welcome to you. We've been listening to some very cool tunes. And this is Neil Schon. And a beautiful song called Bandolero. This one goes out to my mate, Mr. Glenn Adams, who's been looking after us tonight. Thank you, Glenn. I remember when I had my big accident, and once at Ladies' Night, because I crushed my whole part of my mouth, you guys had shooter. So of course I was first in line, B52. Slow sex on the beach, blowjob, screaming orgasms, excuse the spelling. Oh my god. Once we downed the drink, girls thought it was okay, done. Oh my god. Would have told you so. Oh my god. Common Linda, you had blowjob. Now you show us how to do it on a bottle. Oh my god. Do you remember that? Remember Alice? She climbed into the snooker table. It's so funny. Oh my god. It was insane those days. Completely mad. Rosie climbing a tree. Oh my god. Heather. I remember the Rodens from Montclair. I played soccer with that Wanderers. Yes! Bruce Roden was an amazing soccer player. I played for Ramblers. Yeah, and you guys are all turning 60 this year. Hey, hey! Play us Coldplay. Oh, now there's a plan. Would you play some Burning Windows, Subnormal something? Heather, if you send me something, if you send me an MP3, Mike at gtvmusic.com. If it's an MP3, I can play it. I'll play it for you. How's it, Mr. Adams? Hey, we're just talking about what the goings on at Cave Rock Room. I'm hanging my head in shame here. Ladies Night in Buffalo, yes. Honestly, we had oh jeez. Yeah, we used to. Graham Boyle was the host at Cave Rock Ladies Nights because CJ and I didn't want to get involved, you know what I mean? But you couldn't help it because you were in the band, so you had to come out on stage and play some songs. Otherwise, the girls got bored. And these chicks used to get on the bar, man, and take their bras off and stuff, you know? And me and CJ had big eyes, this big, like, trying to play. It was mad, man. Mad. But, hey, crazy times. We had some good times, mad stuff. I'm swapping over to YouTube. Mr. Adams is 62, bro. I'm catching you up. I'm tuning you down. Okay, so now I'm going to play some Coldplay. And I'm going to play some Coldplay, especially for my good wife and my lovely friend Rosalind Minto, and everybody else, of course, because you all love Coldplay as much as I do. I think they're brilliant. And so just straight after this,
the sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so we just tuned.
Stand by Durban, East London,
You're so welcome.
the
You're
Wild
so
Coast,
welcome.
and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
This goes out to all my friends in Durban and my sister and her wonderful children, who are not children anymore. Claire and Malcolm, this is for you. And of course everybody else who lived through the Cave Rock experienced in Durban back in those days. This is Riff Raff and Parisian Walkways.
I remember Paris,
1949. San Michel, Roger Wine.
I recall the dream I had, those Parisian days.
Hey Garth, hey my bro. Thanks for popping in. Say hello. Thanks my brother. You're welcome my sister. I loves you. You was there. You were there indeed. You were. I'll send those big loves there.
Looking back at those photographs,
And I do too. Still look back at those photographs, man.
those summer days spent outside. Ooh, I can write you about I won't vision
This was the hard part. hard part of that, Garth, was knowing when to come back in again. Because I never used to count, I never used to count the beats or anything like that. It was just a feel thing. And luckily, when I recorded that one, I got it right. Don't know how many times I got it wrong. But the funny thing is, we used to play this song 6 nights a week. And we played it for over 10 years. 6 nights a week. Well, something like that. And every time we played it, people loved it. Every single time. Without a doubt. I was exhausted after playing this song, though. I can tell you that. Takes it out of you. It does. Big note, yes. And Gary Moore used to get it. Just so amazing, Timo? I mean, I used to just do my own thing here. Just realized something here. I've just recorded this song using these MIDI. And the keyboards were played by Luis Mario Rodrigues. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, Durban band Riff Raff. Just to bring back the past a little bit. This is Ever Falling in Love. Featuring my good friend CJ. Quick hi from you and Karen. Have a great weekend. Thanks, Debbie. Thanks for popping in and saying hello. All the way from New York City. New York. Wonderful. Nice to have you here, man. Thank you. Hope you're well. Look after yourself. Have a nice weekend. We're just reminiscing on a bit of old riff raff here. We had Linda Troll up with us tonight, and I think she's still with us. And it's so nice for you to just pop in and say hello, Debbie. It really is. Thank you so much. Means a lot to all of us. So, the next album, Timo, me and you're going to record a song. I don't know what, but we'll record a song. Yari Yaraki will be on the album as well, for sure, if he's up for it. And another guy called Peter Petrolov. Amazing guitar player. I want him on the album too. There you go, Sherry. Got it, eh? And we had good days there, Lynn. Absolutely. I mean, what's nice is that we were able to sit here and just have such beautiful memories of those days. And honestly, what more could you ask for? I mean, it's impossible to go back to that time, is it? But we were there. We were there. We had such a joy, didn't we? Shone from this moment on, right? Let's have a listen. Okay, we'll come back to some more riff-raff after this tune. This is my Fender Strat. I love this guitar. Oh. Yesh. The good old wah-wah pedal. Just so amazing. If we just tuned in, warm welcome to you. We're just reminiscing on some beautiful times. Right now it's time for some Neil Schon. From this moment on. Brian Finch in the email. Hey! Thanks, Barry. Let's see what I got. Sorry, my mouse is... Ooh! This is an amazing arrangement. We're going to play some very cool tunes right now. Wow, I'm blown away. It's just amazing. You know, if you ever come to Durban, or if you've ever been to Durban, you'll realize that there's some really magical places to visit in South Africa. Durban has to be one of them. And back in the day, there was some amazing talent, some real legends of rock and roll.
Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
So, ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce to you a duo that were legends in Durban. They were Brian Finch and Kenny Hansen, and this is a song of theirs called Brother. Yes, I'm gonna play some more. Jess Clark, how's it, Jess? So these two guys, Finch and Henson, they used to pack out the pubs in Durban. And a lot of the times, okay, they're a little bit before my time, but they were just a duo. They used to play original music, and people loved them. And I think they played at Magoo's as well. And this is one of the few songs that they actually recorded. Okay, I'm going to play some tunes now. Hello, Peter. I missed the cave rock tune. CJ, my dad, missed those days of watching him play. Are you eating supper? Don't worry, I'll play it again. Don't worry, Candace. I'll sort it out for you, Nana. Yeah, I know. We had good times, man. I'm trying to convince your dad to come back to England. Come and play on a record with me, man. It will be nice. So next time he's here, I don't care what it takes. I'll drag him. But a short and curlies to the studio, and we make a nice record. But absolute legend, man. Legend. And we used to enjoy those, for sure. Okay, there's one song that we used to play a lot. There's one song we used to play a lot. Yes, drag him. We'll arrange it for sure. Cool. I'm up for that one, for sure. Brother, you got a long way home. Brian Finch and Kenny Hansen. Such legends, such Durban legends, absolutely. Love these guys. Okay, I got one especially for my good friend's daughter who's on.
Stand by
Oh,
Durban,
here we go.
East London, Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most
Lekker,
music
Justin.
power.
This one takes me back a good couple of years. This one features one of my best friends in the world. His name's CJ Houston vocals.
Feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my toes. Love is all around me, and so the feeling goes. It's written out the way. It's everywhere I go. Oh, yes it is. So if you really love me, come on and let it show. Oh, let it show. You know I love you, I always will. My mind's made up by the way that I feel. There's no beginning, there'll be no end. 'Cause on my love, you can depend.
Cheers, everybody. Good vibes, good music, and beautiful memories.
I see your face before me as I lay on my bed. I kinda get to thinking of all the things
For sure.
you said. Oh, yes I do. You gave your promise to me, and I kept mine to you. I need someone beside me in everything I do. Oh, yes I do. You know I love you, I always will. My mind's made up by the way that I feel. There's no
Wow.
beginning,
This takes me back so many years.
no end. 'Cause on my
Thank you for a lovely evening. Cheers to you all. Cheers, Timo. Look after yourself, bud.
It's written on the wind. It's everywhere I go. Oh, yes it is. So if you really love me, come on and let it show. Let it show. Come on and let it show.
You know, this is one of those songs that just used to go down wherever we played it.
Come on,
Normally, at the end of the night was a good time.
let it show.
Oh, bless you. Let's rock it up a bit. Time for rock and roll.
Need a whole lot of money. I don't need a big fine car. I've got everything that a man could want. I got more than I could ask for. I don't have to run around. I don't have to stay out all night. 'Cause I got me a sweet loving woman. And she knows just how to treat me right. She's my baby, she's alright. She's my baby.
It's hard to do this song, yeah.
Some kind of wonderful. Some kind of wonderful. Yes, she is. When she holds me in her arms, she sets my soul on fire. Oh, well, my baby
can you not boogie with us? Your dad's got such a voice, man. Unbelievable. Some kind of wonderful, yeah. Some kind of wonderful.
Now is anybody who's got to be woman like
Oh, wonderful.
There's got to be somebody who's got a sweet woman like mine. Oh,
Can I get a witness? I can't wait to dance with my... It was such a good vibe, man. Set my soul on fire. That's all right, bro. I'll come there. Yeah. There's plenty great recording studios in South Africa. Plenty. My friend, the guy that recorded this album is a guy called Neil Snyman. And he's still got a studio in Durban somewhere. How's it, Lassa? We're just having some whiskey and listening to some good rock and roll and reminiscing on good times. My partner CJ used to singing. Amazing. Oh yes, amazing times. It's a cover of Grand Funk Railroad's Some Kind of Wonderful. And always to go home, because it is that time. We'd say goodnight to everybody, and we'd say God bless you and look after yourselves. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Love you all. I've never played this song. It just gets me real emotional, but this is Riff Raff and Bed of Roses, sung by my mate CJ.
Think that she's still in my bed. I dream about movies that won't make me when with an ironclad first, wake up, French kiss watch the marching band keeps its own beat in my head while we're talking.
This is a hard song to sing. Really hard song. Especially when you've been singing for 3 hours. Special number, bro. Amazing, amazing. For sure. Thanks, Timo. There's the man there. Hey, Luke. How's it, my boy? Can't help it. This song sets me off. I vomit.
Now that you close your eyes, you know I'll be thinking about you. While my mistress calls me to stand in her spotlight again.
I don't think I've ever worked with anybody so amazing. Somebody that I've connected with in this way, ever. It was the song we always ended the night with. Oh, dear me. Such emotional stuff. So lighten it up a little bit. This is one I sang. This is called Cherry Bomb. Uncle Jack Juice making you mushy. Maybe. I just haven't heard that song for such a long time. And I know CJ didn't like me to play that song because it was a hard song to sing. And he felt like he never did it justice, you know. But I think he did, in his own way, you know. Amazing. Yes, I'll send you a CD. We recorded it, 1996, I think, at Neil Stayman's studio. We'll come to Oxford one day. We're going to have a coffee and I'll give you a CD. Lekker. The smoke, grooving was groove out. That was everything. Yes, please, you must come and see us, Oxford. Okay. It's a strange thing, but can't help. You just can't help it. We shared some special times together, didn't we? Still alive, yay! Oh yeah. With a real nice girl, ice cold ladies in a place of my own. On those days, was every day outside the stones of Cherry Bomb. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Shout Justin. Good song. I used to love doing this one. I didn't have a very high voice. I don't have a very high voice. Nice one. John Mellencamp. John Cougar Mellencamp. He did some cool tunes back in those days. Hey, baby. All right, there you go. Riff Raff. Bring back the past. Aha. Cherry Bomb. Now stand by Durban.
Now stand by Durban, East London, Maritzburg, the Wild Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
Today, we're warriors.
Pass the tape around, round. Will you ever measure up in the end? Your back's twisted now. Don't seem to fit with those visions in your mind. Take a step out of your cage and channel your inner rage. A riddle bite ya. The mapping now becomes your trail.
Thanks, Glenn. Cool song. This is by a band called Ruse. R-E-W-S. And the album is called Warriors. Good night, mate. Cheers, Candy. Look after yourself. Justin, my bro, look after yourself. We'll see you in Oxford shortly. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. With me tonight. Look after yourselves, eh? One from our friend in PE, in the Bluff, please, Mark. Dennis Stratton and Iron Maiden. Looking forward to catching up with you soon, mate. Hopefully you take care. Awesome. Shark Candies. Look after yourself, eh? We'll see you soon, for sure. I'll message you on the Facebook thing. Get your address. We'll pull in and have a coffee and what. I'll bring you the CD. Same time. Look after yourself. Adios. Been a great night. Okay, so this is going to be the last one for me because I'm Dunsky Brewski. You going to bed as well? Yeah, me too. I'm done. For sure. Cheers, Timo. Look after yourself, bro.
Now stand by Durban, East London, Maritzburg,
What is that
the
looking
Wild
for?
Coast, and all of Capital Country for the most music power.
The sexy rock radio station you've always wanted is here.
With your host, Michael de Jager.
He rocks my world.
Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the show. It's been a great night. Thank you so much to everybody on Facebook, all my friends hanging out with me. It's been a bit of an emotional roller coaster for us tonight, but it's been great fun. This is Peter Gabriel. Bye-bye. Look after yourself. Have a nice weekend. Bye.
it's gonna break. This is more than I can take. Oh yeah, I need steam. Feel the steam around me. Are you turning up the heat when I start to feel my life to the moon and everything? Won't you step into this cloud of steam? This steam, give me steam. I'm how you feel can make it real, real as anything you've seen. Get along with the dreamer's dream.
It's been a great night. It certainly has been a bit of an emotional one for me, anyway. And I think for one or two of the people who were hanging out with me on Facebook as well. It's just so many great memories of beautiful moments in our lives that we treasure forever and can't get them back. But we can make things happen again and live for the moment. That's my motto. So I'm going to play one more song from the new album. I'm going to play the whole song for you. This is The Core coming up for you right now. And this one goes out to everybody who joined me tonight on this wonderful radio station, TV station, whatever you want to call it. Thank you so much for hanging out. I love you guys to bits. This is for everybody. This one is for you.